Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. It's about almost 10 p.m. Sunday night, but I'm recording my episode of Minor League Monday tonight so that I can release it tomorrow. So, hey, thanks for joining me on Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. And we've got a few different things to show you today on this Minor League Monday episode. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Hope you guys check out and like the stuff that I showed this weekend, the Sports Kings, the Panini Lumberjacks, the Panini Cooperstown autographs, all that stuff. And then we'll get to doing some maybe tobacco mini Tuesday tomorrow. But quick shout out to Wax Nostalgic Commented. Love the wood cards, never seen them before. Commenting Collector. He liked the Topps 205 cards that I just showed, and the graded triple folder. Wax Nostalgic again. Thank you for commenting once again. Fun video. He grabbed a box of 21 Topps 206, I imagine. Those are super cool. Wax Nostalgic again. Thanks so much for the shout out. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Anyone, please like and subscribe or send people like old Wax Nostalgic my way who likes this kind of stuff. Lou Rock TV commented he loves the Cooperstown autos, and he's got to get some of those umpires. I got a new subscriber, Steve Gunn. Thank you. Jason Sports Cards had commented the last couple days, so thank you. All of you, thank you for watching. Still stuck at 169 subscribers, so yeah, please send people my way, or if you haven't subscribed, please do that. All right, folks, so on Old Style Classics today on Minor League Monday, in honor of Minor League, we're going to do technically an entertainment Minor League card. So I ran across this digging around all my stuff. I showed you another one from this movie, and this is Tony from the Bull Durham. So based on Durham Bulls, the movie Bull Durham. So there's one of the insert sets from, I believe, Archives. And so there's Tony from that movie. And Bull Durham. Alright, let's see here what year this card appears to be. Hold on a second. Alright, everybody, thanks. So yeah, this is 2016 Archives from Topps Archives. And it's Tony of the Rain Dance. So from Bull Durham. I just ran across this digging some other stuff up. Well, that's technically about a minor leagues, the movie, so that's the minor league card for old Tony, one of the actors in that movie, so that's pretty neat. All right, now while I was out digging around other stuff, I came across these. I think I pulled these cards from a one of those boxes you get at like Walgreens, the repack boxes, where it comes with like a pack of cards or a couple packs of cards and then a bunch of old junk wax and stuff like that. And so these pro cards are from two different minor league teams, but as we've seen in the past, like with those gold ones from the 80s, this company Pro Cards just does like thousands of cards, starting at 1 to, let's say, 20 for this team, 21 to whatever for the next team, and so on. So these set lists on these cards are huge, which we'll see here in a second. So these must have been in one of those repack boxes for like $7 over at like Walgreens and whatever. Oh yeah, people, because I talk a little monotone or slow sometimes, please change your settings over here on your video or right here, the little settings wheel. Change playback speed to 1.25 or 1.5, and I might sound a little more normal. So I'll try to give you guys a second to look at this. So as you can see, Stephen Mac Shields, pitcher, Portland Beavers, Pacific Coast League. And from Alabama, was acquired from the Yankees in 1989. So as you can see, that is card 218 from 1989, and talks about statistics compiled by House Sports Data International in Boston. And these are super thin cards, folks, super thin. But when I pick something up this, usually all the junk wax stuff, I'm just like, I'll either donate that stuff or get rid of it if it's garbage, like in really bad shape or something like that. But like the oddballs, me, I like oddball cards, so I tend to keep these kind of things, and they're probably the least valuable of those ones that come in those boxes. But I dig it because I would have never seen this card, and like these ones I'm about to show you here in a minute, you'd have probably never seen these cards if somebody like me didn't come along and show you. And they're super thin, just flimsy stock. Alright, we'll set that one aside. And then, like I said, look at this card 1724. So Robert Gordon Buchanan, another pitcher for Omaha Royals. So I wonder how many thousands of cards they had to cover all the minor league teams that had cards made for their team sets or baseball card day giveaways. So there you go, pitcher. Let's see what he's got going on here. Probably a bullpen pitcher, I would estimate. Got some saves there. So, alright, and he's for the Omaha Royals, I believe. Yep. And that does kind of remind me of the seats they had in Albuquerque. Different color, ugly seats, except ours were like orange, and then like yellow, like a little bit darker yellow, like the New Mexico state flag, and like red, I believe. It's been a long time. But you probably see them in the background of those Dukes cards I showed a few weeks ago. So Bob Buchanan pitcher. So there's some, I just throw those in because I came across them and they really wouldn't have had anywhere else to go except with one of these other episodes. So what we're going to do today, people, is some more Albuquerque Isotopes. I have the 2010 Isotopes set. So we went from 2006 to 2010. So apparently for those other years, I just wasn't able to pick any up for one reason or another. Or, I don't know, I must have not been there on baseball card day, and I probably wasn't going to pay whatever they were asking, because, these cards aren't worth a whole lot, and they probably asking 10 or 15 bucks for a set, and I was probably those years like, nah. I like to go on a baseball card day. But just so happens by chance I had the little pocket schedule for 2010 that goes along with this year. So there's old Isotopes playing at night there, and this is when they were under the Dodgers. So there you go, Lou Rock and Pepino and all you Dodgers fans. So the Albuquerque Isotopes. Hey, and I'm actually wearing my Isotope shirt right now because I helped my wife go move some stuff at her work. There's a little image of the outside of the park, the lab. Alright, typical Farmers Insurance or something there on the back. So open page, got a McDonald's, McBistro back in the day, and group outings. So like the picnic area, the patio. Oh, I think either tonight or last night they had that home run derby thing go through Albuquerque, with like Manny Ramirez and some other people that are roaming around doing that. I don't like Manny Ramirez for multiple reasons, but you can probably guess why. Go watch old Junk Wax Heroes old videos like in the last 3 or 4 months, and he talks about how rude Manny Ramirez was to him because of some racial reason. So, but he's also a big cheater. So anyways, that's just my opinion. And he was a Boston fan, so that's why I wanted to meet him. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. And when he was on the Dodgers and got busted for steroids again, he had to go on suspension. When he came back, he was supposed to not rehab, but like get back into shape, playing in the Isotopes for like a week before he went back to the Dodgers. And all these people bought all these tickets, sold this place out, standing room only, and all this. And Manny Ramirez refused to suit up. Like, he wouldn't even suit up to come play because playing at AAA was below him at that point in time, is his attitude, and people were so pissed. And so that's another round. That's my early reason, one of the reasons I don't like him, besides getting busted on top of that. But then I hear bad things about him since, so I don't know, maybe he's trying to recuperate his image. But anyways, there's prices in 2010, and $6. They started off at $5 to sit out here in the grass. You can only buy those day of the game. And then these ones are the ones that you could turn in the Coca-Cola, 2 labels from, like a 20-ounce Coke or bigger, and they would give you a free ticket. So that's how I used to go in a lot for free. I'd buy those Powerades. The Powerades were done by Coca-Cola, and I'd turn a bunch of those in because Powerades only cost like 88 cents at the time. And so I'd go stock up on that stuff because it was cheaper than buying like a 20-ounce Coke, which was like almost $2 by that time. So anyways, that was my little trick getting in. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what's on the other side of this one. Alright, same thing. We already saw that. Alright, then we have the schedule. I know they had the AAA All-Star game there one year, but not sure when. Alright, give you a chance to look at that, and we'll try to focus in on these giveaways and stuff like that. So there's the affiliates: Albuquerque, Los Angeles Dodgers. Alright, and then here's stuff you could get by going to the games. 50-cent hot dog night, stuff like that. Isotopes hat. See if they were doing baseball card day. One of the last things I ever did was go to a Isotopes game with my mom. Like, not the last time I saw her, but the time before that we all went to Isotopes game. So that's pretty fun. That's what that picture is on my thumbnail in one of those videos. Alright, so there you go. So pretty neat, just by chance had that, so pretty cool. Alright, so let's get to it, folks. Let's see if we can get this over with in a decent amount of time. 2010 Albuquerque Isotopes. Alright, so just a second here. Oh, and I had a Gypsy Queen pack that I found. Then I'm like, oh, where did this come from? I don't know why that was never opened. And I want to open it, but I'm like in the midst of doing a bunch of Gypsy Queen stuff. Alright, folks, 2010 Albuquerque Isotopes teen photo there. So, alright, multi-sports. Multi-ad sports. So checklist. Alright, so look at that, Tim Wallach, people. Tim Wallach was the manager there. Oh, Tim Wallach from the Montreal Expos. And, you know, I don't know if they were teammates when they were on Montreal. Not too familiar with Tim Wallach's timing when he started, but he's the one that Andre Dawson threw out. If you go to YouTube, like spectacular throws from the outfield, Tim Wallach tried to get to third base, tried to stretch out a triple against Andre Dawson, and he got gunned down. So that's like a highlight video. Though Tim Wallach, former Major League Baseball player, I know him from the Montreal Expos. I'm sure he probably played with Dawson. So there's his story. Pause those at any time you like to read about those. Alright, here we go. Next, a little stuck together. John Moses, hitting coach. Pretty flimsy stock. Typical minor league stuff. Jim Slayton. Good pitching coach. So this was the last year I lived in Albuquerque for that summer. So as far as summers go, that was the last summer. I was actually I was hoping to move here to California by the summer, but I couldn't find a place. So I still went to a lot of Isotopes game that summer. So this would have been in the last season that I got to go, other than whenever I would fly back in the summer and go to a game here and there. But I used to go to about 20, 25 games a year, something like that. I love baseball, people. Alright, Greg Harrell, trainer. Alright, Greg got his little time in the limelight. Stephen Downey, strength coach. So, little gloss on those. It's shiny, so pretty nice. The backs are just kind of typical paperback. So there you go. Remember that other card I showed the other week where the guy was from Piedmont? He was like from Piedmont, wherever. And I was like, oh, I got an Isotopes Piedmont back, like a T206, folks. So I thought that was funny. So you have to keep your eyes peeled for anyone from like Hassan or Piedmont or Cycle, or see if we get any more of those tobacco backs based on where these guys are from. Santa Monica, not an old tobacco cigarette style. Luis Ayala. And this might have been around the time that guy got into it because he didn't like me wearing Cub stuff, because he was a Cardinals fan. One of the pitchers. So catcher Clossier, J.D. Closser. Garner, North Carolina. Alright, I ain't gonna throw the punt out on that one. Tim Cochran. Looks to be a pitcher to me. Once again, love the Albuquerque Isotopes logo. Great stadium, great place to go watch baseball, people. Especially because of that high altitude. Get to see some real bombs. Slaughter, Louisiana. Woo, doggy. Yeah, he's probably happy to get out of that humidity there in Albuquerque. It may get hot, but it ain't humid. So, get in the shade, you're pretty good. Ivan De Jesus Jr., so he might have made it up for a while. Infielder. Wearing the old school Isotopes retro futuristic jersey there, which I have one of those. So he's from Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico makes a showing. There goes the air conditioning, so maybe you can hear me a little better. Scott Doman. Man, hey, that works perfect for the Isotopes because they're based on the Simpsons Springfield Isotopes when they were going to move to Albuquerque. And they got Homer Simpson, Marge, Bart, Lisa figures all over the stadium where you can go take pictures with them. And I wonder if they ever got Maggie yet. I had found one online. These, those big plastic things that they probably had at like a store or something like that, advertising. Like Pep Boys had the plastic Pep Boys or the Bob's Big Burger kind of dudes, and they had all the Simpsons except for Maggie. I found one, sent them an email, and they never responded. So there was somebody selling one on eBay. Lafayette, and that was Scott Doman. All right, another Scott Albert. Albert. Pitcher. Surprise, Arizona. Surprise, surprise. I've been to Surprise, Arizona. It's a great way to go across. If you want to go to Phoenix, take US 60, like through New Mexico, into Arizona there, and Surprises along that on your way to Phoenix, and that goes, I think, on out to LA maybe. Beautiful drive, beautiful. I mean, not a lot going on. I mean, they're small towns, but they're like really kind of remote and pretty cool. I have to tell you guys about the story and when I was camping out there on Quemado in New Mexico. They have a lake up in there, and Scott Albert there. And I used to drive over into Arizona to go to the little town to get something to eat or go to the little nightclub they had because I get bored. And one of these fights broke out over there, like Edgar Springerville. And then if you went up the road about 30 miles, they were surprised, and they have like a casino there. So I wandered around just to see what was around the next corner. That's my type of personality. Wonder what's down this street. Well, that one's got some pop to it. Look at that. A.J. Ellis, catcher from Lexington, Kentucky. Whoo boy. Yeah, I'll tell that story sometime. This fight broke out when I went into this little bar. I was watching my Lobos play that night. They were on the TV there. And all hell broke loose. It was crazy, and I was just sitting there. And then the cops show up with like paintball guns, shooting tear gas at all these guys that got in a fight. But it had nothing to do with me, except somebody knocked over my beer. I was pretty pissed. John Eli. All right. Jay Gibbons. Sounds more like a basketball player. Simi Valley, California. I think that's an LA area. Not familiar. All right, Nick Green. Now, a couple weeks, Southwest had these flights and like up and down the coast for like $29 one way, and we were thinking of going to Seattle to watch them play. Just see a game, but those were more expensive. Couldn't find a cheap deal for Seattle. Then I was like, oh, we should go to San Diego, and they were going to be playing. Who was it? Like Baltimore or something, like in a week or whatever. But it was too soon to get the tickets. And then the next one, they would have been playing the White Sox the following, like 2 weeks later. And that was kind of close to me starting to get busy for work. Then I started thinking, oh, you got to get a hotel and got to rent a car and all that stuff. It'd almost be cheaper to just drive down there. So, well, we didn't pull the trigger. Mostly like because of the White Sox, and they're horrible, and I'm not a White Sox fan. Sorry, Shaka. Hate to shock you, but I'm a Cubs fan. Jamie Hoffman. Looks like black and white on that uniform. That's kind of cool. It's probably just shadowed, but it looks kind of cool with the black and white there. Outfielder from New Ulm, Minnesota. There you go. Stukes. Do you know where New Ulm is? Sounds like a pretty small town to me. Chi Long Hu. Don't remember him. Infielder from Tainan City, Taiwan. Tainan City, Taiwan. I should ask a girl at work. She's from Taiwan if she knows this place. She went last year, and I asked her to get me some baseball cards if she ran across any, and she said she couldn't find any and didn't have a whole lot of time to look. So that was nice of her to at least, what's the word? Think about doing it at least. Brandon, Missouri. Brent Leach. Pitcher. Josh Lindblom. Josh Lindblom. Lafayette, Indiana, 20 of 35. All right. Keep moving along. John Lindsay, infielder. Hattiesburg, Missouri. I think that's Missouri. No, Missouri's MO. That must be Mississippi, right? So I got the last guy wrong too, I think. Alright, John Link. He's the missing link to that team being better. John Link. Chantilly, Virginia. Woo, boy. Yeah, we got a lot of Southern boys in this one. Alright, Esteban Lopez. Alright. Esteban from Mesa, Arizona. Mesa is a pretty cool place. A lot of fun, and if you can get outside of proper Phoenix is a little boring. Like, there's no scene downtown, but I guess Mesa is like the college area, or you get out by those football stadium and I guess the basketball stadium. Pretty cool. Lots of fun. Lucas May, catcher. Got a lot of catchers. Oh, Lucas May. Wonder if he's related to James May. Saw him being shown around Jay Leno's garage. If you don't know who James May is, rubbish. Top Gear from Britain. Chesterfield, Missouri. There you go. It's either Cardinals or a Royals fan. You probably bet your bottom dollar on that. James McDonald. Wonder if he's rich. If he gets that extra money that McDonald's is taking from all of us every time you go there. Yeah, I went to Black Bear Diner tonight, people, and it wasn't that good. It was not that good. My wife's steak tri-tip thing was pretty horrible, and my chicken fried steak was a little overdone. Baked potato was overdone, so that was a shame. The funny thing is, though, I almost spend as much if we went to McDonald's now than if you go to eat somewhere like a Black Bear Diner. Like $35 for 2 people without drinks, just waters. Justin Miller, pitcher. Harbor, Florida. I hope he's not harboring any ill will for you. Have to do it, folks. Dad jokes. Russell Mitchell. Oh, Russ Mitchell. Cartersville, Georgia. Favorite singer, country singers from Georgia. Old Doug Stone. I wonder if that's in his neck of the woods. Xavier Paul. Interesting name, Xavier Paul. He ain't my Paul, but he might be somebody's Paul. Sedell, Louisiana. Alright. Juan Perez. Pitcher, Juan Perez. Dominican Republic. Villa Rivas. Dominican Republic. They got some nice, mighty fine cigars from Dominican Republic. CAO, Arturo Fuente, so on and so forth. Timo Perez. Looking like it's cold that day. San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. That's pretty sweet. Have to say it at least once, right, folks? Prentice Redmond. That sounds like a girl's name, like her. Oh, Prentice. I thought it was Pintance. I was like, is that like somebody out of like Scarlet Letter or something like that? Prentice Redmond. Sorry about that, Prentice. Oh, Redmond. We finally pulled a Redmond tobacco card a couple months ago. If you want to go look at my oddball episodes, it's buried in there somewhere, but I showed it multiple times. So he's from Duncanville, Alabama. Dang, the whole team's from the South. Michael Restovic. Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if I was in one of these cards in the background? The only problem is I usually sit over on this side, so it'd have to be a righty. Alright, he's from Fort Myers, Florida. Once again, Southern boys. Travis Shellshitting. Oh, wow. Yeah, the more I say it, the worse it's going to sound. Round Rock. Okay, they got a team down in Round Rock now. So there you go. Another Southern Texas boy. All right, last two, folks. Josh Towers. So, nope, I don't recognize the guy that gave me a hard time. From Beach, California, buddy. All right. Oh, do these cards have numbers on them? Oh yeah, right here, 34, 35. All right. And last but not least, what do you think it's going to be? Of course, mascot Orbit. So old Orbit. He's from Roswell, New Mexico, supposedly. And there's his likes and whatnot. All right. Green chili's on top of my list, too. All right, folks, so there he is. Old Orbit on the Albuquerque Isotopes 2010 team set, along with that. And these. And old Bull Durham. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Have a good Monday. Bye.